a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes, and you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh.
We're getting there now. We're making progress slowly but surely. The air packs we've come across, some of them are rotten, so I've just spent some time getting them off because it's yeah, they're in a bit of a mess. So I've just taken this one off. I've had to grind the bolts off because they're rotten, but as is the air pack, and like they're about 70 quid each. And it almost seems silly to not replace them now, because if this goes, say, when you're roadside, the mechanic's got to get underneath, we're going to have a mixer on top, and something that's going to take me half an hour now could take an hour, you know, and we've got them in stock. So yeah, I think it would be silly not to replace them now. So out with the old and in with the new. I've just got to put the air fittings on and get this ready to go back in. But we'll do a little video now and swap them around, and yeah, but I'm pleased with how we're doing. It's a bit tedious, the hangers and stuff and the cross members. We were working, and my dad was painting, and I put them in a pile next to where he's painting, so he thought they were going white as well, and yeah, that's why they're white at the moment. But all of this will be getting spray painted with the Daf grey, so it'll all be like a fresh paint job. So yeah, the white will be gone, but an easy mistake to make.
Long nights, long drives, nothing here but moonlight. Raindrops on the red dust. It's never smelled so good. Lay by my side. is shelter. All we need is love. All we need is love. I don't know where I've been. I don't know where I'm going. Been holding on to the past, but this life keeps on moving. Don't you worry about me. I'm gonna leave it all behind tonight. And it may take a little time just for us to get it right. I could turn back now and leave this all behind. I don't know if I'll ever make it out alive. I could turn back now and leave this all behind. I don't know if I'll ever get out alive.
Okay. Hello. Right, so we've done really well. All of the air is now done. I'm sure I've probably told you this before, but I've spent the last hour or so cable tying everything into position, you know, trying to keep everything there we go, together that can be. I'm gonna have to put some protection for these to make sure that over time they're not rubbing like that on the chassis, and then that's just going to lead to more air leaks. Unfortunately, our new air valve hasn't arrived yet, so we've just plumbed it in, and hopefully it arrives before we put the back on, but you know, we'll work around that. This air tank was originally inside the chassis here by tank number 2. This one's tank number 1. So we put it on the outside because we were considering putting it right at the back, but what that did, we found, was take up a lot of space here, and if we ever have to change these airbags, which is something that the airbags do blow, they do happen, that's why we keep spares, but we don't want to make it difficult on ourselves to change it, especially if you're roadside or anything like that, which is usually when they go, when you don't want them to. So we decided we'll put the air tank on the front here, and it keeps it in sync of how it was before. So we've plumbed that in. There was a 45-degree air fitting on here, but that put it sort of that way and would have probably gotten away there, so we put a new 90-degree fitting on there. Cleaned this up a little bit for when we do our chassis spray. We've now got the power steering for the, or whatever you'll call this, for the rear steer. That's the hoses, so I haven't fitted on the other side yet because I just want to check with the mechanic how we're going to do that, because we've got clamps, so we can clamp this wherever we want it. So we might put clamp, and then we can join them together here, you know, just to make sure they're not moving. And again, like the airlines, you don't want them rubbing all the time because eventually it will wear through. So doing little things like that is going to help us in the long run. What else have we done? I've got the load sensor to go here, which I'll do a little sped up video of that, and that just regulates the level of the truck. So if you're on uneven ground, they inflate the airbags and basically adjust it and self-level the truck for you. We've put the fuel tank brackets back on, but we're minus, there was a packer that packed this out and brought it out at about an inch. So what we've done is we've removed that, and then it just brings the truck in a little bit as well. So the fuel tank's going back where it was. We've got the exhaust, we're having to just tweak a little bit so it all goes together nicely. And the fuel filter will fit back on here, I think. And the reason we've done that and put the air tank that size, it saved drilling all of these holes again, which was brilliant. So it saves a lot of work, that. So hopefully tonight, this is Friday at the moment, Friday the 17th, I think, or 16th, I don't know. So tonight, hopefully, we shall be starting the engine and checking for air leaks. Yeah, so today's a big day, which means I can post a video of what we've got up to and keep you guys up to date. But yeah, we're moving really quickly now. We've got then electrical to run down to the end, connect off all these little bits. So there's still work to do, obviously, but I mean, we're looking very good to have it on the road before Christmas break, and that's what I'm aiming for. I'd like to have the truck, just even if it did one load before Christmas, it would just be means I can have a good Christmas break and chill out for a little bit, because it's been very draining. Like, you know, I'm absolutely shattered, so as is everyone else involved, not just me. But it's you know, trying to run the business, run the pump, the concrete pump, and do this. It's certainly yeah. But if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. So that's yeah. So yeah, we'll hopefully get some footage of the truck being started. I'm gonna have to put this camera on charge again. I've never known that a camera does such rubbish battery life. I'd rather a bigger camera, but never mind. Anyway, it's another story. So yeah, watch this space.
In the sun, all of the best yet to come. Hold it in the sun. Don't know what you got till it's gone. Hold it in the sun. All of the best yet to come. We're throwing open all the gutters wide. Not gonna miss a thing. Nothing's promised to you in this life, but it's there for us to take. So live well before we break.
Whoa, okay, Saturday morning now. Last night we did really well. It was a bit backward to the plan that I thought we would having, but either way we were very productive. Most of the electrical is in, connected. I've just done the load sensors, which were a bit of a struggle, because obviously the more we're putting in the spaghetti junction, we're calling it, the harder it is to then get to other things, because it's just packed with cables and airlines and valves and everything like that. So that's another job done. We started last night also removing a lot of the electrical, because when we were going through all of the spaghetti junction, we soon realized that there was a lot of electrical stuff there that was only for the hot box that was on it previously, which is never going to go back on. So we spent a bit of time taking some of that out, and it's surprising actually how much there is that what, you know, was there. So we've got a little bit of right, so we're just underneath here at the moment, taking all of that stuff out. That was just what was in here. There was nothing to do with what was in the back, so you can see, and we're not even finished yet. Some more here, and that's all cabling and stuff like that there, that was that's on there that wasn't needed. So my next mission now, I've just got to get this part of the dash off, because there's a few electrical components there, and we can also put the cabling in for the reverse camera. There's already a screen there, but we're going to replace it and put all new. But yeah, so today, although we were hoping yesterday to have it running, today is all about getting it running. Liam isn't coming till a bit later, about lunchtime, so I can't put the fuel tank on because we've got a bit of work to the exhaust to do, but I can get the exhaust pretty much ready for when Lee comes, and then we can sort out the it's like for the AdBlue and stuff like that. It's a bit of a pain really, because in a place like Guernsey as well, we're never going at speed. The trucks don't really, I mean, they recondition the newer ones, the Euro 6s, in situ, so, but the older ones, I think I'm right here, could be wrong. I know the Euro 4s, definitely, you had to be going a certain speed before they would kick in, and we never get to that speed here in Channel Lines because our speed limit for a commercial vehicle is 25 mile an hour. It's only a little island, so by the time you get to that, so anyway, the AdBlue was never getting to that speed, so it was never reconditioning, and then it was backing off and causing us loads of problems. The Euro 5, which is this one, I think, may be a little bit better. I think they you know, but the Euro 6, which is the pump over there, that does it in situ. So you park up, a light comes on, the revs go up, and then it does a recondition or regeneration, sorry. So yeah, anyway, going off on one there, but so that's basically the exhaust. There's a sensor that has to be put there, but yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare for us to be able to turn it and put it in the right position that doesn't get in the way for the fuel tank, because we brought it in that inch. I hope that makes sense. I think it makes sense to me, I think.
Change off the street. Yeah, I'm cruising down, slightly buzzed, music blaring. I'm gonna keep driving till I stop caring. Sleeping in my car at a rest stop somewhere in Utah. Yeah, this state is nice and people are open-minded. I gotta keep driving till I stop caring. All I ever needed was you and I, driving through Alaska in the middle of the night. To Fairbanks, I'll just keep driving till I stop caring.
Well, it's a milestone that we've reached because we finally got the engine turned over and she is running. She has no air leaks, no electrical faults apart from what would be expected, but there is a problem with the airbags weren't inflating on one side, as you can just see at the bottom here, but it was down to me. I wasn't so careful with them when I put them in the container, and it looks like I've damaged them. So that load sensor, as they call it, will tell the truck you're not level, and then what the truck will do is send a signal to the computer, the main valve, and say inflate airbag, and that's how it levels itself. But because I've damaged it, it doesn't know where the level is. So apart from that, she is running brilliantly, and we're looking forward to next week's shenanigans, where we'll be spraying the chassis and hopefully the cab, and then we can look at getting the mixer put on top and have that fitted. So yeah, watch this space, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.